Pisces, this is Carrie from Celestial Forecasts. This particular reading will be for singles as well as ex-partners, and I'll timestamp it down below so you can head to the section that you're most interested in watching, or you can watch the whole thing. All right, so let's get into it. General advice as always, Pisces, starting off with singles messages. I'll be pulling from my dating scene oracle here. So let's grab our first scenario for singles. I wanted to do a couple of them just in case you don't resonate with the first one. All right, so let's grab a card. This one keeps wanting to pop up. So eye contact, love at first sight, which of course it's a beautiful message for singles. So an instant attraction here. Let's grab our tarot messages. I'll be pulling from my Yummy Tarot here. For Pisces, love at first sight. We've got the Six of Swords here, moving forward, moving on perhaps from past relationships that just weren't meant to go the distance. Wow, we've got sixes popping up. So Six of Wands, of course, it's a beautiful energy of success, of victory, as we can see right there. Sixes do represent growth in tarot. So I really love how that's coming through because we are focusing on singles relationships, okay? Super interesting here. Let's see. What else for Pisces? All right, so we have the Ten of Pentacles coming forward. So your finances could also be looking up at this point in time, Pisces, but this is also a great card when it comes to your romantic life because it could be an indication of finding somebody that you are a really good match with. You guys are very compatible. Look at that, you've got the Fool. All right, so this could be truly a new beginning for singles. You certainly have options when it comes to love, when it comes to romance. All right, you're moving on from choices, mistakes perhaps that you've made in the past, and just looking for the right connection here where you really do lock eyes with this person and it's almost like an instant love connection. Beautiful. We've got the Nine of Cups. We've got the Ace of Swords. So again, this is you being proactive in severing ties with people that are not meant to be a part of your journey at this point. You know, you're moving on from people that either did you wrong or hurt you, or you just found that it wasn't working for you in however way. So you're now behind the wheel of your life. Check this out. You now have the Ace of Cups where through some of the choices that you are making at this point to be able to attract new romance, new love, again, you had to cut certain things or certain people out of your life in order to get there. So that's really nice. And part of what it is that you are cutting out are people that lied to you, hid things from you, cheated on you. They could have been deceptive somehow. Okay, so not all of these choices are good ones. Just be mindful of who's coming towards you, who's surrounding you at this point in time. We do have the Three of Pentacles. That is followed by the Three of Swords. So you certainly know what it's like to have your heart broken here, Pisces, and you're not interested in revisiting that experience. What you're looking for in a partnership is somebody that you can depend on, somebody that you can trust, somebody who's all in, somebody who's working with you on the partnership. Not someone who's going to stab you in the back or disappoint you or break your heart. So look at this. You are walking away from drama and you're walking away from third-party situations, if there are any, or at least negative experiences that you have had when it comes to your romantic life. And you're just ready to start over. If you haven't already connected with somebody or are interested in someone else at this point, just know that when it comes to love, romance, you're going to attract someone way better than what you've experienced in the past. Okay, so that's scenario number one for singles. Let's go ahead and grab another card from the dating scene oracle and let's see what else needs to come through for you, Pisces. Singles. All right, here we go. For Pisces singles. All right. We have tasty treat. Come and eat my cookie. So you could certainly find this relationship, this connection to be very sweet, you know, but sometimes you might end up overindulging in something and you got to just not dive in fully. You know, I feel this is something where you have to tread lightly, you know, because you might get yourself entangled in a situation where it's sweet in the beginning and ends up not tasting so good in the end, okay? So let's go ahead and see what else we can find out when it comes to this one. I mean, it could ultimately be the perfect relationship, but we'll see. For singles. All right, so I'll be pulling from my Luna Tarot this time. This could also be a very passionate, sexually driven connection, okay? Look at this. Okay, so we've got the Death card, followed by the Eight of Cups. Do you see these two cards? So what I'm getting here is something that comes into your life that comes in super fast, perhaps, you know, instant attraction. They could be pouring it on real thick, you know, the sweet nothings and kindness and just everything that you could have ever hoped for in a relationship, but there could also be no substance to it or not a strong enough foundation that it could go the distance. So there's definitely some changes that need to happen in your love life, and just be mindful of who it is that's coming towards you. If they're too sweet, too fast, you might just want to be a little bit weary of that type of energy, because you might, as we can see, end up distancing yourself and walking away. This is very important, that teamwork, collaborating, working together. So this, I feel, is a good thing, because this is, with that Knight of Pentacles, somebody who wants to take their time to get to know you, not someone who's overly affectionate and sweet right out the gate and it ends up fizzling just as fast as it came in, you know? So take things nice and slow, get to know each other. We do have the Fool. So for my singles, you are definitely being given the opportunity to be proactive and to take action when it comes to your love life. You just got to be mindful of the ones that maybe just want to scratch the surface and not get involved too deeply into a committed partnership, okay? Because what you're looking for here is longevity. 10 of Cups, 9 of Cups, beautiful. We've got the 2 of Cups, and then the Knight of Cups. Yes. All right. So this could lead towards something solid right here. It could actually turn into something beautiful by way of long-term commitment, marriage, family, all of those things that you could have ever hoped for and wished for. This right here represents your ideal person, you know, so I don't feel somebody that comes in super quick and gets to know you in such a short amount of time and taking things too quickly and too fast. Love takes time, and it takes time to be able to develop those types of feelings, to be able to romance you, and to be able to enjoy the journey together. All right, so just be mindful of that, because this person might not ultimately stick around and leaving you to walk away perhaps, okay? So it's just something to be mindful of there. All right, what else for singles? What else for singles? We've got the Lover's card, okay? So this is Gemini specifically. It really does come down to decisions that you make when it comes to your love life, because not every single choice will be the right one. Okay, so ultimately leading you down a path where you really can fall in love with somebody, possible marriage down the line, and everything that you could have ever wanted. Okay, so those things are going to take time. Okay, so that's what I'm getting for singles. Now let's go ahead and grab some messages for X partnerships here, okay? All right, Pisces. So let's grab some cards from the Relationship Design cards by Sister Moon Tarot. Focusing on X connections, X partners for Pisces. We have stars, shine, bright, anticipation. Let me grab one more. So somebody perhaps feels guided back to you. And clearly somebody that you have shared a history with in the past. Okay, so let's grab some tarot from my Celestial Cosmos Tarot. Childhood sweethearts, perhaps. For some of you, you could have grown up together also. Could have shared past lives together, karmic ties. We do have shine, bright, and anticipation from the stars card. Picking up off of the similar energy, perhaps, from the star card in tarot. It is a card of hope, rejuvenation, a wish that can manifest. All right, so Pisces, what do we need to know about this X partnership? Six of Wands, okay, which of course is a nice energy. What else do we need to know when it comes to that? Success, self-confidence, Seven of Cups. All right, so perhaps this is an ex who recognizes that you don't have to choose them, that you have other choices, that you have other options. Maybe they are observing you being successful in life. Maybe your career is going well. Maybe at this point you've already moved on to another relationship. They could have also made poor choices, which is why they are your ex at this point. We do have the Ace of Cups. So this does indicate a new love connection for Pisces. So perhaps you've already moved on to somebody else at this point and you have an ex who's regretting that they missed out on the opportunity to be with you. Their heart could still be hurting because you guys are not together at this point, okay? The grief, the heartbreak, the separation. This can sometimes be a third-party situation, so take that if it's a part of your story. Could also be dealing with a Taurus here. So this right here represents spiritual lessons, perhaps, that have been learned during this time apart. But it's also a card of commitment, okay? Maybe somebody had commitment issues here and they regret that. They weren't able to commit, but perhaps they've had a change of heart and they are now. Because it seems here that you might have an ex, Pisces, who wants to be able to offer you something more substantial as far as their commitment towards you. I feel this person still loves you. They might simply regret some of the choices that they made in the past. Look at that. So they deceived you somehow. Okay, so this could have been a third party. There could have been cheating. There could have been lines that were crossed here. So it's up to you, of course, Pisces, if you're able to forgive this person. You could be dealing with a Libra. Some of you might have distanced yourself from a marriage. Maybe this is a marriage that came through or came to an end. It could have been a divorce. It could have been a legal separation. There was perhaps a lack of integrity through their actions and behavior. Maybe you feel like they didn't treat you fairly for some reason. They could have gotten you mixed up in some legal troubles as well. So take that if it applies. Okay. But this is what they're wanting when it comes to you, that Ten of Cups. We do have the Wheel of Fortune. We've got the Two of Cups. And we've got the Chariot. Okay, so we've got different signs coming through here. Aquarius, Scorpio, Leo, Taurus. We do have Cancer popping up as well. So I feel either you guys were already married and either separated, got divorced, as I've mentioned, or some of you might have already moved on. Maybe at this point you are married and unavailable for your ex. But I feel we also have scenarios where we have exes who are hoping to be in your life in this way, where they are the one living this dream with you, where you both can find happiness once again. maybe start a family or blend your families together, or really begin what could have actually turned into something very special before, but maybe it didn't pan out. With the Wheel of Fortune right here next to the Two of Cups, I mean, when it comes to your love life, Pisces, things are turning around, but I feel you've got an ex here who wants to return, okay? The Chariot, of course, representing the opportunity towards movement. It's up to you how things start moving in your love life, especially when it comes to your ex-partners. I feel it's up to you, Pisces, whether or not they will be given access into your life, into your heart. Once again, it's up to you whether or not you'll ever start the conversation with this person. I feel they still love you. Maybe they didn't realize just how much until after they've had a lot of time to think things through. If there was a third-party situation, maybe that's a thing of the past now, and they've got some major regrets, you know, and ultimately wanting to reconnect with you. So it can be a triumphant outcome for those of you who want a reconciliation with your ex. But I'm also getting that there's this possibility that it's too late, that you've already moved on to another partnership. Maybe you're happy at this point and they're going to run into a blockage because you won't give them the opportunity to return because, again, you might already be in another relationship at this point. It really depends on how you see that communication coming in. Okay, so it's either a yes, a no, or a maybe. It depends on what it is that you're wanting here. All right, Pisces. Anyway, hopefully there's something in the messages that you were able to relate to. And if you're interested in your own personal private reading, that info is down below in the description box, as well as the action buttons at the end. I'll see you guys next time. Take care.